Welcome to my journey. We should be out of the sun in a minute because I'm going to turn that way. This is Monday because tomorrow, which is typical shopping day, Tuesday, thrifting day, I need to go down and stay with Jacob because I told you Holly got that job with her church. Well, she's got to go to the main campus. She's on their other campus. It's a big church. And she's got to go to the main campus to HR. She's had to do a background check, fingerprints, all that stuff. And so she's got to go talk to that lady Tuesday. And it's just closer for her to go to the church from her house than to bring him up here, go back to the church, come back up here and get him, and go back home. So I'm going down there and just stay with him. I don't know if they'll still do, I'm going to see if they'll still do, it's hot in here, Momo Thursday, because it'll be their week to be with Wesley. So I'm going to see if they'll still do that. But I've been reading comments this morning about, well, I'm too, we're going to, while we're out today, is we're going to my Salisbury portion of thrifting because I won't have time tomorrow. I'll be down there probably half the day till nap time, and then I can hit my Goodwills, but I won't have time to go to Salisbury. So I told David I've been busy this morning. I have accomplished things. So I said I feel like doing my Salisbury leg this afternoon, which works because on Monday Nazareth opens at 1 o'clock, so it really works out. But me and Holly's video was up today, and I've been reading y'all's sweet comments. She's gonna go in there and read them. We had such a good day. She was so thrilled that she got all that. She just couldn't believe she was getting all that stuff. I know she'll want to go back. Listen, it's fun. It is just so much fun. And you see, and you know what? I had 2 square rugs I was going to put at the back door where you come in and wipe your feet off, and we left them laying there. They was brand new. Left them laying there. And I couldn't go back in and get them because we done carried our stuff out, So it's all right. If it's meant for me to have them, there'll be some more next time. But I haven't checked to see if they've posted videos yet of the people leaving, because she loves the woman, his wife. She's just the sweetest, most bubbliest thing, and not in an annoying way. Sometimes them bubbly people kind of she's hot. She's your hype lady. I'm gonna tell you, she's a hype girl. She's a hype woman. She will hype you, and she'll be up there telling you, okay, now making sure she said, oh, we're gonna get it out. She'll tell you, now do this and put this, hold this in. She helps you. If you think you can't get it all out, there was a woman in front of us. She has to put that on a video. That woman, what that one woman carried out blew my mind. Okay, my drink's just spilling every which way. But this morning I done been out. Our air fryer started shorting out. It'll be running, and all of a sudden it'll say the door's open. Quit running. You have to stand there at it and just keep wiggling it and wiggling it and wiggling it. And we use the air fryer way too much to have to babysit it like that. So I went to Walmart's. Now, I was going to BJ's. I hadn't had my BJ's renewed. It ran out in November. So it was sometime way before then that I even went back and used it then. So I had been to BJ's, and I didn't want to pay the $120. I think I told you could get it for $20. I'm like, well, that's the regular one. Then they sent me a thing, well, you can get it for $60 for the $120 one where you get cash back and 5 cents off on your gas. We talked about this, and I didn't do it. Well, then they sent me another one that said it was for $50. So that man, I had to go to the service desk to do it. He said, oh, well, that's a good deal right there. I said, yes, it is, ain't it? He goes, well, don't never do. So what he told me, he said, don't never do the auto renew. He said, you always come up here and get a deal. I said, you got it. He said, I'm gonna go in here and take off your auto renew. I said, thank you. So Sitting there picking his nose, I reckon. I'll give you, I don't blow it right away, but I give you a little bit of time to sit there. And when I know you're not paying attention, then I'm gonna have to get your attention. So there you go. That's who I am, that's what I do. Listen, whenever I watch my videos back, I'm like, oh my gosh, woman, you gripe and complain about everybody on the road. That's why I tell David I could not do his job, honey. He sees it all. He says that's all he does all night long is fuss and complain about everybody on the road. But, so I went to Walmart's and I found a air fryer. It's smaller than the one we had, but I think it's the inside, there's enough room inside to put our french fries, our chicken strips, or nuggets, or whatever we put in it, you know. It's big enough, but it's not. Our other one, like my car's going straight. The basket was like, you know, that deep, which we never filled it. And it had like a metal wire basket at the bottom. I wish I could find another one like that because I really liked it. It was easier to clean. It was just easy to clean. Well, this one has a little, it's a Ninja. That's what we had before, a Ninja. And it lasted many, many years. And I thought, well, why fix what ain't broke? I'm going to go for a Ninja again. And it's got a little thing that sits down in there that you can remove in and out to wash. And but it's shorter. It's not near as big. I said, you know, it's like as technology goes, things get sleeker and whatever. Because you remember the first microwaves that come out when Mama finally got one. I remember living at home. That thing was as huge as a darn TV set, it seemed like. It was a big old clunker. But we thought we was bad. We had a microwave. But so anyway, I went to Walmart, so I got that. And there was a couple things I wanted in the makeup section. Now, I'm not wearing it today, I'll tell you why. I played with my Laura Geller yesterday. I'm gonna like it. The thing is, if you, on my mystery box warehouse, you saw that makeup mirror. Oh, it works like a charm. It lights up bright and everything. But here's the thing. It's too bright. You can't see nothing in the mirror. So it's like car headlights coming at you and you can't see. So I was trying to look in that mirror to put it on, but I couldn't see my face because the lights were just way too bright. And not a natural bright either. So I'm like, well, that ain't gonna do. I thought, well, I'll go look and see what they got at Walmart's. I say bide your time. You don't need to buy nothing new, but sometimes you do. So this time I just broke my own rule. I said, well, I'm gonna buy something new because I don't want to not wear my makeup and play with my makeup waiting around to find a makeup mirror at the thrift store. So that's one of those times where buying new was fine with me. And it's a LED. Well, you can put batteries in it or USB. I guess that's where the world's going, USB, everything. So I've got it at home, charging up. It come on. It's awful bright. It's not very big. I wish it was wider because it's kind of, the lights are kind of like here at your face. If I don't like it, I'll take it back. Trust me, I saved the box. If I don't like it, we'll do something else. And the one I just changed batteries in, my other one that magnifies 10 times so I can really see, the batteries are dead. They must have been old batteries. But I got them on my grocery list. So I didn't want to have time to plan the makeup today while I'm letting that charge. But I needed a concealer for like these bags. And I wanted a little lip balm. I've got some and I was putting it on. Ooh, old and grody. So I got that. It's got a little bit of rose tint to it. Well, I never buy makeup. So I don't never look at makeup at Walmart's. Why should I? Because I never buy it. So I went back there today and I looked and I'm like, are you kidding me? Every stitch of makeup, every single solitary stitch of makeup is behind a locked case. The whole shebang. And I'm like, are you serious? Are people robbing them blind? So you have to mash the button. Well, I was looking and looking and looking. And so I finally found, I didn't want a lipstick because I don't have an upper lip. I don't have an upper lip. It's like went missing in action. I used to have the best lipstick lips. I'm not lying. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. back in the day, I had the best lipstick lips. That lip was up there and I could put that lipstick on. Ooh, it looked good too. Bronzeberry Ice in high school was my color. That was from Estee Lauder, Bronzeberry Ice. That was my color. I would buy it today if they still made it. Yes, I would. I think Mama's was Dusty Rose. That's back when you could go and buy something and get free gifts. So we'd all the time get little free this and free that, you know. But that was our colors. I'm sure that was an Estee Lauder. It was in a silver tube. I can see it. But so I picked that out, and the girl walked by. I was getting ready to try to figure out what concealer, because there's 5 bazillion concealers. And the girl walked by. She goes, "Oh, you're gonna need some help?" I said, "Honey, yes, I am." I said, "I know one thing I want, but I can't decide on the other." And so I was talking to her. I said, "So you have to lock all your makeup up? Are people stealing it?" She said, "That?" She said, "And opening it up and using it and putting it back." I said, "Are you kidding me?" She says, "Nope. They'll open up, they'll try it, and they'll just put it back." So it's like you go to Ulta, they have your stuff out there to sample. So these people are using unopened packages as samples. I don't get people. People ain't got no home training. That's all I know. They just ain't got no home training. So she helped me pick out a concealer. She said she uses CoverGirl. I'm like, okay, I'll use it. And she picked out a light color. I said, "Oh, I don't think I'm that light." She said, "You want your concealer lighter?" I said, "Oh, you do?" I'm like, "Girl, I ain't worn makeup in so long. I don't know these things." So she picked the color out for me. Okay, I'll take it. And I said, "So do I just take these up to the register or what?" She said, "I have to put them in a box." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's a little lock box, a little clear box with a little top on it that the checkout lady has to unlock and get your makeup out for you. So there's no way you can steal it. I guess the sirens, whatever, the alarms would go off if you tried to steal it, I guess. So I get through. David, he's buying the air fryer, so I checked that out. And then I was buying my stuff. And I found some Alani News. They didn't have the strawberry swirl, which I want, or the strawberry sunrise, which I want. The cherry bomb, didn't like it, and they had it, of course. So I did get me 2 peaches and 2 watermelons anyway, because I'm just about out. I mean, just maybe 3 more and I'm done. I'm out. I can't have that. Look, I'm drinking Orange Kiss today. No, that's what I bought. I bought 2 peaches and 2 Orange Kisses. Well, so I rung my stuff up and paid, and then as soon as I turned and walked away, I had forgot to ring up my mirror. So I had to ring it up again. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have died of embarrassment if they checked my receipts and I realized I didn't pay for that mirror and it looked like I was trying to steal it. I would have been mortified. So I pulled my receipt out and turned around to start to push my buggy. I said, "Oh!" Turned right around and checked out. I had 3 receipts when I checked out, and since I had a big air fryer. A lot of times they don't even check, but I knew since I had a big air fryer. Well, he looked at my receipt, which the mirror receipt was on top, and the air fryer receipt, I guess, was on the bottom. I had 3 receipts. He didn't look at it. He said, "Okay, you're fine." I'm like, okay. But I was surprised at 9 o'clock this morning just how busy Walmart's was, because I never go. If I go, it's something special I need to actually look for in person, because y'all know I get my groceries delivered in a... Boy, that's kind of crowded coming up through here where I got to get on. A little busy. But, gosh, Walmart's, they decorated up like Target, which I never go to Target. There has to be something special I'm looking for there to go. Or just for a change of scenery at the store. Looking for new stuff. But, Hey, hey! He was fixing to run into me. That's right, I didn't cuss. I just stared at him and heyed him. He had the yield and he was just going to play on my front end off. Okay, quit being so about drivers. I'm sorry, I apologize. But I thought he was going to take my front end off. So, okay, let's go back. Where were we? Let's center ourselves. What was we talking about? Oh, how Walmart thinks they's Target or something, or Macy's, which I've never been into. But my goodness, they got all these little decorative little places, like a living room setting with a table and decoration, and they got a dining room table with, you know, decorations. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these little vignettes or whatever you want to call them, these little places. I'm like, is that so they can raise their price because they're looking fancier? But they have really, really changed from what Walmart's used to be. They look kind of uppity. I mean, it's pretty. I'll give them that. But it just don't seem necessary at Walmart's. I don't think. But it does look like Target. But I didn't do no... I did get me a new... I just wanted a small creamer. I can't remember where I got the one I got now, the hazelnut. It's just a little small one, because I can't use a whole big one. It don't seem. I couldn't see any small ones at Walmart, so maybe I got it at Food Line or something. I don't remember. And I was looking for a different flavor instead of having it, because I took me a hazelnut iced coffee today. It's so good. I think I like that Stoke coffee better than I do that Starbucks coffee. Straight up. But I found a Starbucks creamer brown butter. I thought, well, that sounds interesting, so I'm gonna give that a go. Went to BJ's, and I did get, I told you I got my renewal. Then I do that. I don't know if y'all don't do it. Go ahead. And see, he didn't even flash his lights at me. He was trying to get over it, and then he seen me, and he stopped. And I flashed him over, and he got over, and he didn't flash his lights at me. That bums me out. Big truckers, these are young guys. The older ones know. They know what to do. But if you don't do that scan and go at BJ's or Sam's, you don't know what you're missing. You just got their app, you scan what you're buying, and when you pay on the app, you don't have to go through the checkout line or nothing. It just checks you. Sam's, I think, checks you when you go through that thing. I think it scans your stuff as you go through, because I'll do it, go through, and she'll say, you're okay. All right, you know. BJ's, it pulls up a barcode, and you just show the lady or the man at the door, and it'll tell them, I guess, what to scan, and they'll scan it. All right, you're good to go. And that's the man I learned from. Now, I will tell you this. Be careful, because that BJ's app, it will sometimes double scan for you, because I have been up there before, and that man says, oh, you got one too many things. You was charged for one too many things, like you were charged 9 things, but you only got 8 things in your buggy. And so we got to looking, it was like a whole pack of chicken that had charged for twice, so I had to go like $20-some back. It was, you know, something to that effect. Had to go to the register and get it. So he's taught me now, count the items in your online buggy and in your real buggy, and make sure you got the same number of items. So that's just a little tip from me to you. But I got things today I didn't necessarily need, but it'll be on my grocery haul next weekend. But we haven't been in so long. Oh, this is a new truck. It is nice. Ooh. Oh, that is a nice truck. And clean. Man, boy, he's riding in style. That's a good looking truck right there. I'm here to tell you. The trailer and everything on it. The chrome, it looked like it just come off the showroom floor. I didn't get close enough to see what brand it was. Of course, David would have known as soon as he seen it. But I did get a lot of stuff that we were out of, so I spent a lot more than I typically do when I go. Probably over double what I usually spend. But we needed it. So I got some Smart Pop. Doritos. I can't think of the word of it. Doritos nacho cheese and Doritos Cool Ranch. David says, "Ooh, them some big old bags." I said, "I know. I figured Jacob will help us, like we're watching movies and stuff like that." And I said, "There's a coupon if you buy 2." And I said, "I couldn't decide which flavor because it sounded so good." So before I left, me and him were snacking on some of the nacho cheese. It don't taste a bit more like a Dorito flavor than the Man in the Moon. It was good, but it had a little bit of heat to it. So I don't even think Jacob's going to be able to eat it because I about couldn't. And Doritos don't do that to me. So that is not a strictly Dorito flavor. So just, if you see that at Sam's, just be aware. It's a spicy like flavor, but it does not taste like a Dorito in any way, shape, or form. Even David said that. He says, "No, that does not taste like no Dorito." So I don't know if the Cool Ranch will or not. But I mean, it was good, But if I knew that it didn't taste like a Dorito, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Because Smart Pop, that would be better for you if you want the Doritos flavor. It just seems like the Smart Pop popcorn will be better for you than eating the actual Doritos. But listen, y'all know them Kisses did me in, right? Well, Jacob, I told you he ate some of them. There wasn't many left, and I finished them off. I said, I'm going to eat them. I'm going to get them out of here. And I told David, I said, well, he's going to come in this week, and he knows where the Kisses are, and he's going to lean over the chair and say, "What happened to all your Kisses?" And I'm going to have to tell him, Momo ate them. Oh, gosh. And I told David, I said, I can't buy no more. I can't do it. Addicted to the Kiss, the draw of the Hershey Kiss, too much. And I didn't even look at the Nutella today. I didn't even go down that aisle. I don't even know what aisle it's on, but I didn't go down that aisle. And if I did, I didn't see it and didn't pay attention to it. Because when I see Nutella in either Sam's or BJ's, I have to talk myself out of it. Because used to, I'd buy it every time. Listen, we've talked about it before. We'll talk about it again since we're driving. What else we got to do, right? Back, however long back, just a good while back, Hershey's had a chocolate spread. I used to eat Nutella, and then I tried that Hershey spread, and oh my gosh, that was my jam. I liked it 10 times better than Nutella. I would eat at least 2 jars a week. That's when I could stay up late watching TV. David would be at work. I would have my jar of Hershey's and a spoon on my bedside table. I would lay there and watch TV, half the time Criminal Minds, if it was on. If it wasn't, I'd find something to watch and lay in bed and eat my Hershey's spread, just spooning it. I didn't eat it on nothing. I didn't eat it on toast or crackers or cookies or nothing like that. I ate it with a spoon. Minimum 2 jars a week. You want to know where a lot of my fat pounds come from? Hershey spreads. And I did that until they quit making it. I'll tell you that much. Until they quit making it. And I don't know why they quit making it, because it was the bomb, which I guess I'm glad they quit making it so I could quit eating it. Then I'm like, well, I guess if I gotta go Nutella, I'll go Nutella. So then I started eating Nutella. So now I cannot have Nutella in my house. I will eat it. I'll keep it sitting over there by my chair like I used to do my little Debbie cakes. I'd have 3, 4, 5 different kinds. It didn't matter. Never met a little Debbie I didn't like, and I would sit them over there, and at night I would just eat it. I could eat, and there ain't no sense to lie to you about it. You don't get to almost 400 pounds by not eating, right? I could buy a box of Swiss rolls in the day and have it gone by the night. A box of 5 or 6 rolls, Swiss rolls, how many ever's in it, And so I would keep my jar of Nutella sitting over in my little thing down there in my little basket, and my spoon on the table. And I would just sit there and watch TV and eat my Nutella. Listen, I used to have a sweet tooth to end all sweet tooths. And since this surgery, it has gradually gotten to where I have to really be careful. I can't eat a lot of Kisses at one time. They don't make me sick, but if I sit there and eat as many as I wanted to, they probably would. But cakes and pies, different things like that, it does not take much to make me sick on my stomach. So I guess that has helped me to not crave it. I do get a craving. Like me and David, Lord, he tore them donuts up. Them donuts me and Holly got. He ate a lot more than I did. He said he couldn't help it. I said, I know. I said, well, we was wanting them for so long. I said, we don't buy stuff like that. So when we do, we get stupid, you know. But that'll do us now. We won't get any for who knows how long. But we've been wanting some Krispy Kremes forever. So we got them, we ate them, they're out of our system, we're good to go. But I guess since knowing that the sweet stuff is going to make me sick on my stomach, it helps me to not crave it. So that's a good thing. Now, I do still want sweets, but I'm able to turn them down, whereas I used to couldn't turn them down. Couldn't turn them down. There was no turning down a sweet. Put it in front of me, I'm eating it. Did I just have some? Yeah. Am I going to have some more? Sure am. So anyway, well, I'm almost up here to Nazareth. So we talked a pretty good little bit since I'm in Salisbury. And we started talking when I left the house. And that tells you, because we never come from my house to Salisbury straight away, because I'm always going to Concord first. And then up here. Sometimes we talk on the way up here and sometimes we don't. So that's how long. I'm gonna look. 26 minutes. Okay, I'm just one block away from where they are. So we'll just say, because we've got 2 stoplights. Just say half hour. That's what I always say. It takes me half hour to get to Salisbury. So from my door to their door is like a half hour. Now I could go in that consignment store again today, but I don't want to find nothing, because they got a lot in there I'd love to buy. That was another store, like I told you, that one I went in last week had all the stuff that I have, and I could make a mint. Well, this store up here's got a lot of stuff I've got too, a lot of it. So it's crazy when you see the prices on that stuff and you're like, that's something I use all the time. So anyway, I am right here at the stoplight. I make a left, and right there's Nazareth. So I will be back when I got something to say or something to show you. Okay, I'm back home for today. Listen, I was thinking about when I yelled at that man in that car and thinking, oh my gosh, what is it going to sound like when it plays back? So whatever y'all just heard me going, hey, or whatever, I apologize if I sounded rude, but I was not happy with him pulling out in front of me. I'm going to leave it in there. You just have to know, I ain't perfect. I can get wound up sometimes. But I just went to the 2 places in Salisbury, Nazareth and Habitat. So I'll just show you what I got. I got this little Build-A-Bear baseball outfit. Isn't that cute? Hefty Smurf. I got this for Holly, because she said on her thing she's just going for bail. I'm going to put that address on, forget, give it to her tomorrow. And some little Build-A-Bear sparkly shoes. And then at Nazareth, get a hold of it. I've got some cleaning to do, obviously, but it is a, let me just take that tape off. Somebody already pulled half of it off. It is a Cutco. See if you can see where it's the name right there. Cutco double boiler. To see where I got to clean that off, I'll figure it out. I got that, and then I got I'm gonna take the tape off again. A Cutco frying pan. Looks decent on the bottom too, but of course, you know, I'm gonna get it all cleaned up. And then let's take the tape off. This is one I picked up, and or the other one, it was loose. I picked it up, look at it, and it just fell all on the floor. Cutco, I guess saucepan, whatever y'all call those. Handles are good and tight. So that's that. And then I found this, the little Tupperware popsicle maker, and I counted, and everything's in there. And then this. Oh, straw fell out. It is a Starbucks Little Mermaid cup. How cool is that? So that's all I got today. I think I did pretty good. Tomorrow I'll be with Jacob, so I'll probably talk to you on the way after I see him, and I'll tell you what we got into, and then just go from there. So be in a second for you, but I'll see you tomorrow. This is Tuesday. I went down and sat with Jacob while Holly had to go do things for her new job. She got her paperwork done, and she went and got her drug test and her TB test. So she just get those results back, and she should be good to go. But we played and watched the movies and watched Handyman Hal, and I'm gonna tell you what, that little boy is something else. He really don't care about toys. He is happy. I took Holly this little, if you saw my disgusting clean with me, I had that little white shelf with my like lotions and different things on it. I didn't need it anymore, so Holly said she wanted it. Well, as soon as I took it in, and it's small, so it's Jacob's size, right? As soon as I took it in, he grabbed it and took off. He put stuff in it. He put his drink in it, all the hocus pocus I took him, he put the hocus pocus in it, because you know when I went there, I had took a tea. I stopped at McDonald's and got me a, what's that thing? Sausage McGriddle, and I got a tea big enough for me and him to share. So I went in the door and I handed him the tea. I said, here, I got us one big enough to share. He said, and what else? I said, what do you think? He said, hocus pocus. I said, oh yeah, let's go in here and look. So he put his hocus pocus stuff on his thing. He pushed that little cart around all day. Listen, I have already took my coat off. It's going to be 72 here today. It's only 15 after 12. I don't need no coat. I probably wouldn't have needed one earlier, but I got out of her house, went to her Goodwill that's down the street a little ways, because I don't get over there very often. I found, I'll show you while we're sitting at this stoplight, this little thermoserve, this little cup. It must be Senior Citizens Day over there too, like mine, because cups like that are 49 cents and I didn't pay but 40 cents. So but so I come back over here, and I was coming down the interstate, and I said, oh, I'm on the road. I turned off to get on the road that goes to my Goodwill, my Senior Day Goodwill, and it's also the road you get off on to go over here to buy His Grace. Well, I get here, and the open sign is on and blinking, but it was locked, and the sign said be back at 10. So I don't know what that's about, unless they, I don't know, unless somebody had an emergency, or I don't really know. So I just jumped across the street over here to get some gas, and now I'm going to go back down the road and go to my senior Goodwill, see what they got going on. But this child, his vocabulary, his new thing is, I'm just saying. He'll tell you something, well, I'm just saying. And I told Holly, I said, what's this whole new I'm just saying thing? She goes, I know, right? And he goes, Mom, because you know he calls her Mom, it's on Secret Life of Pets 1. Max says, whatever he says, blah, 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 blah. Jacob said it. You know what I'm saying? Or no, I'm just saying. So he's spewed the whole thing the dog says, and that's where he got it from. So we're watching that movie. We watched it twice, even though we were playing in and out. He was repeating, he knows the movie by heart. They've only watched it a bazillion times, both of them. And then he play acts some of the roles. So when the bunny was on the balcony banister, acting like he was flying, because the bunny thinks he's like a Superman. He's Captain Bunny. Jacob goes up there, he stands on the arm of the couch, and then he lays down his belly on the arm of the couch, and he's doing the fly. there's a part in there where the cat lady, she's the cat lady. She's got dozens of cats, and they're out on a ride trying to save the dog and the tiger and all this and that. Well, the bad guy, she backs over him with her car, and then she comes back up and she spins tires, blows exhaust. I think it's mud for maybe spinning tires. Oh, they're doing work here and I couldn't see around that dump truck where I was supposed to go. And she covers the bad guy in mud, just covers, and then he coughs. It was exhaust one, I think, and he coughs. So Jacob gets on my lap on all fours, and whenever he does that, she pretends like he's blowing the exhaust and I'm supposed to cough. He says cough. So we backed up and did that, I don't know, 3 times. Backed up so he could sit on me and blow exhaust on me and then me cough. And every time music comes on, you have to dance. I did that at the house one day. We were watching something and music was on, so I was standing, I was just dancing around. Now, if there's a movie on and there's music, stand up and dance. Just go on and do it, because he's going to tell you to, so you might as well just get on up and do it. So we danced and danced and danced, and we played Hide the Tractor. He will tell you not to look. So we were in his room, I sit on his bed. Don't look. Okay, so I cover my eyes, and you can hear him over here in the background. You know exactly where he's putting it, because he's making all the racket, doing all the things. And then, okay, well, let's see if we can find it. Then we have to go through the house. You have to follow him because he's driving the car. And we look everywhere that there's no possibility that a tractor could be. You know what I mean? Like in a drawer, under a, well, it could be under a couch cushion, but just all kind of little places. Then he'll eventually take you back to his room and show you where it's at. He don't even let you guess. He just says, well, look in my Lego box. Well, I'll be doggone, there's that tractor. He's a trip. He's just looked at his little vocabulary immediately, obviously. He was saying something today, obviously. So, like Holly said, he had that little rolling thing I gave him. He wanted snacks that weren't open to put on it. So she gave him all kind of little snacks that they had. He says, so now I have to ask. So he's over there and he's putting snacks on his little rolling cart. Next thing you know, he's taking every single thing off that she gave him and rearranging. It was not like he wanted. She said, oh yeah. She said, toys mean nothing to him, basically. He's got his air fresheners, which is, you can see it, look. He has been for the longest time wanting to put one in my car on my rearview mirror. I'm like, honey, it's not going to fit. It just won't fit. Well, let's try. I said, okay, well, we'll go try it. You know what I just did? I was talking to y'all and missed my turn. Let me go over here and turn around. I'm like, hold on, I'm going to BJ's. Flat out talking and missed my turn. Oh, I got a light. Why am I looking? Oh yeah, he's got his air fresheners. And I said he wanted to put that in there. I said, well, come on, we'll go try. Because he knew it was going to. He knew it was. It will. I said, well, let's go try. So it wouldn't. He said, well, let me go get one of them keychain clips. I don't know how he put it. I got millions of them or something like that. I said, well, hold on a minute. Let me look. So my thing with my witch's broom and my little hat, it's one of those kind that you can click down. It's not the kind you have to string on, you know, the hard kind. I said, hold on, let me put it on that. Oh, that made him the happiest little boy in the world. Now I've got one hanging. That's what, see, I got these down here not hanging. He calls those ones I got not hanging. He needed one hanging, so that's what's bopping in front of y'all. I apologize, but that's what baby boy wanted. That's what baby boy got. So he got his keychains, his air fresheners, stuff like that. That's what he likes. So what do you do? How did I even get on this road? I don't even know what in the world, how I even managed to get on this road. I did not turn at that light. I'm losing my ever-loving mind. I I don't think I turned. I mean, I had to turn to get on this road because I come from that way. I didn't come from that way. I come from that way. So, well, I guess I was just on autopilot just because that's the way I go to BJ's, from straight ahead to back there. I guess I was just on autopilot going to BJ's. I went to BJ's yesterday. Yeah. I think, yeah, it was yesterday. Listen, that mirror I got at the mystery box, the light, it works beautifully, but the light, you need it as like a shining on something to see. It's so bright. Now it's like a yellow light. It's not like the one I just got at Walmart's, but you can't, it don't give the right kind of light to see your face. So I'm like, well, I can wait and find me one at the thrift store and go ahead and get me one here at Walmart's, because I want to start playing with my makeup, right? So I get to one at Walmart's, LED, USB or batteries. I think we talked about it maybe yesterday when we were in the car. I can't remember. And I told you, I think we did talk about it because I said it was bright. Well, I put it over there this morning. It is so bright you cannot see your face. I am not even exaggerating. When you look away, you still see lights in your eyes where they are just glaring. You know how you go down the road and these LED lights on these cars, and then they have their lights on bright too? You know how that blinds you? Imagine a mirror being this close with LED lights just singeing your retinas. It's going back. I got it in here with my receipt. It's going back. I'm flat out taking it back today, because my goodness, you can't see your face. I was looking, I couldn't even see my face to see where my wrinkles was or nothing, because it was so bright you just could not see. So I told Holly I give her my old one, because I was never going to wear makeup again, you know. I had the other one if I need to see to do anything, but it's not good enough to see to apply anything. And I told her, I said, well, if you're out and about at the thrift stores and see one like I give you, whether it's got the open up mirror or not, grab it. So that is what I'm on the lookout for now, is a makeup mirror. Because they didn't have another one at, this is the old school Clairol. That's what I want. They didn't have another one. All the ones they had at Walmart said LED. I'm like, ain't going there. I'm going back to the old, like David said. He said, you just need to go incandescent bulbs. I said, exactly. So you know, I won't be able to find one, and I ain't gonna be able to play in my makeup until I get me something where I can see, because I can't see in the mirror that's on the wall. There ain't no light around it, and the little light that is in my ceiling fan amounts to a night light. I keep telling David I want that thing off of the ceiling, and I want a regular light fixture put in, and we ain't done it yet. So anyway, well, we are just right down the road from the Goodwill. I will come back, and I'll come back sometime. I hope y'all know I've been talking, and apparently I didn't hit on as per usual, it seems. But I ain't had no good luck today thrifting. I showed you my cup. I'll show you this. I can show you this while I drive. It's 3 coasters, but it's North Carolina. I think it says collard greens and barbecue and glazed donuts, stuff like that. I got them at Salvation Army for 99 cents. But I went, I didn't go to the VV looking for no mirror. I went to my Goodwill for 25% off, didn't find nothing. Oh gosh, they were like wiped out. And then I come to Walmart, returned my mirror. I got my money back for that. And then I went to McDonald's again because I was hungry. I ate that first thing early this morning on the way down to see Jacob. And so I was hungry for some lunch. So they, on the app, you can get a $6 medium combo. There's like a choice of 4 or 5 different ones you can pick from. So I picked the fish sandwich. And all I've eaten so far, because it's right there in the same area, or in the same shopping complex, whatever you want to call it, as Walmart's. I wanted to eat some French fries. Hadn't even eaten them all. Hadn't touched my sandwich. what in the Sam Hill? But I know I was hungry. I think I was probably more thirsty than anything, but I'm just tired. I'm really tired. I get tired when I play with Jacob. And we didn't do anything strenuous. But then riding in the car, that makes me tired. Just being tired makes me tired. Listen, I hope ain't none of y'all, I ain't looked to see my comments. I hope none of y'all thinking less of me after seeing my cleaning my messy room. But what I was telling you, I sat right there at the Goodwill, the one I just left, and ordered me a makeup mirror on eBay, the kind I had when I was a teenager. It's not the kind I give Holly with the 2 mirrors that fold out, so then you got 3 mirrors. This is just a single one. That's the one I had. That is good enough. So it flips, you know, regular on one side, magnified on the other, and you can adjust the color of the lights, which I think I only used the one color, because the other ones, it makes it dark. I guess, like, back in the day, like if you want to go to a nightclub or something, you might put it down so when you put your makeup on heavier, you know, but I ain't nightclubbing. So anyway, I am almost home. It's 2 o'clock. It's been a long day. So that will do it for this video. I'm gonna start yawning. And come back tomorrow. I ain't had no kisses. I ate them all. They're gone. Come back tomorrow for a weigh-in. We'll see what this week shall bring.